listening to Zap Night, a video game review podcast. Join your hosts Danny, Kaylee, Seth, and Evan as we review video games from all systems and all genres.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there was Zap Night. Hey guys, welcome back. We're doing Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga this time. Ready to kick some brick in episode 1 through 6.
Is that a rhyme?
It's what it says on the back of the cover.
This is 1 through 6.
Yeah, but I know what they're going for. They wanted it to rhyme.
Did they?
It almost rhymes.
Is that what LucasArts was doing? Because they were running out of ideas?
Well, yes.
Okay.
But
You'd know more about that than I do.
I am Kathleen Kennedy. Secrets exposed. So while LucasArts did kind of help make this game, it was like mostly made by Traveler's Tales, TT Games, also known as capital T, lowercase t.
Are they bankrupt now? Are they still going?
I'm pretty sure they're bankrupt.
Okay.
I don't know how. This game was so amazing.
I think Lego Avengers undersold.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure.
Or no one wanted to buy it. What was that?
I think Warner Bros. Bought it.
Oh.
Because they're making all the Lego games now.
Gotcha.
This game, The Complete Saga, is actually a combination of two games that came before it. So it's technically the third Star Wars Lego game, despite not being called Lego Star Wars 3, which was the Clone Wars.
Which wasn't as good. I've actually played that.
I like it. It's about the same. It's just, I don't know. They're all kind of the same game. The first one was it was the first three, the prequels, and then the second one was the original trilogy, and they decided to combine it in a compilation called The Complete Saga. And they're going to be doing something similar again in the future with the Skywalker Saga, but that's not really related to what we're talking about. So it was on the 360, DS, PS3, Wii, more recently the Xbox One, Android, iOS, Windows, and Macintosh.
I can play this on my iPhone?
You can try.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I tried playing GTA 3 on my iPhone, so.
When I originally played this when I was 10, I played it on the DS.
Nice.
It was one of my first DS games.
This was the original I played it on. I didn't play the original release or the... I have Lego Star Wars 2, but I played this well beforehand.
On the Wii?
Yeah, on the Wii.
Alright, but this time we played it 360, or more likely on an Xbox One, through backwards compatibility with the 360. And it was released November 6, 2007.
Nice.
And I was looking back at a few of our other podcasts. A lot of the games we've been reviewing came out in November. I don't know why. But
it's a good month for games, man.
I guess so. So the story is basically just a retelling of the Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, the first three, through Return of the Jedi. And it's not including the spin-off movies like Clone Wars or Rogue One, because obviously, Rogue One or Clone Wars wasn't even out yet. It's very similar to the movies and follows the basic plot points through cutscenes and gameplay and stuff. However, it adds like childish or cartoony humor to certain situations to make it more appealing to kids, I guess. I mean, a couple of them got me, but
Yeah, pretty funny.
Especially since it's based on a kid's toy. I guess that's what they were going for. There was actually no speaking in the entire game.
Just
There might be like grunts or certain noises or laughing, which is actually how, if you've seen the episode 9 trailer, when, spoiler alert, Palpatine laughs in it, that's how I recognize the laugh, because that's all he does in the game is laugh like that.
I mean, you made a whole compilation just off that. Off that
and
laugh.
it included the laugh from this game.
Dang,
but for the more complex scenes, certain cutscenes, like when Vader tells Luke he's his father. Spoiler alert again.
If you haven't seen the movie, you deserve it.
Yeah. in The Empire Strikes Back, you know, the one of the best films ever according to everyone.
According to Metacritic.
Yeah, Metacritic. Lego Vader, he simply just holds up a picture of Lego, Anakin, and Padme together, and Luke, you know, does what he does in the movie, and you know, no! Of course, he doesn't say no, he just opens his mouth. Yeah. The little noises they have for all the characters, like,
I know.
Like when you hit them or something, they'll make a noise, and it's like something you can totally hear them saying in the movie, but they never actually do. Like C-3PO will be like, oh, you know, like his little 3PO voice.
R2-D2 is just...
Well, I guess R2-D2 does talk, because no one understands him.
No one gets him, yeah.
It's just a bunch of beeping.
He's the only normal one, but no one can understand him.
Oh, yeah. Normal.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to go through the entire plot of the first 6 Star Wars movies.
Let's do it.
In 2 sentences. All right. One for the prequels and one for the originals. So, Anakin became Vader. Vader saved the universe. The end.
Nice. That was great, Seth. Thank you.
See, that was just 6 movies summed up
for that
right
summary.
there.
That sounds like something like IMDb would use for their summary. They would just do that, and they would not go into anything else.
I mean, if you really think about it, that is all it was.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's a little more complex in the background, but if you just look at it, it's like, oh, there's this kid. He messes up, and then he does good in the end.
Until The Force Awakens.
Then we start it up again.
Yep. It's like, oh crap, here we go again. So, for the story, I gave it a 7. Not trying to berate Star Wars or anything, because I really love these movies. I gave it a 7 because I feel like they could have done more with it in the game itself. Right? They could have done more, like adding the voice acting. Which they did in later games, like, I think they even did it in Lego Indiana Jones. They added voice acting to the cutscenes.
No.
No?
No.
Well, I know they definitely had it in some of the later Lego games.
Yeah.
And while, like, adding the voice acting might take away from, like, the humor or the cartooniness of it, but I noticed with the later games that they put that in during the gameplay rather than in the cutscenes. Because, like, when you're playing this game, right, it's all, you know, the gameplay is pretty standard. There's nothing really, like, cartoony or funny about it.
Right.
It's just, you know, Jedi, Stormtrooper, droid, something. But in later games, they make it where you can do certain things that make it funny. The most I saw was when, if you play as Lando, and you, like, try to hit Princess Leia, he'll actually get down on one knee and like, try and kiss her hand, and she'll, like, slap him. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of funny, but...
Yeah, I ended up giving it an 8. I'm a really big fan of Star Wars, and I felt like to throw Legos in the mix, I felt like they did a really good job. Obviously, if we're going just based off story and the Star Wars story, obviously I'm a bigger fan of the original trilogy than the prequels. Which I mean that's not that far off from most of the Star Wars community. I mean,
most.
I mean, the majority of the people who were around to watch the original trilogy and then come to the
baby
prequels.
Boomers.
The baby boomers. Yes.
Every generation has a legend.
Me. No.
The Legend 27.
Legend 27. What game was that for? Is that Hearthstone?
This game.
Oh, is it this game?
Yeah. Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. Look out for the Legend 27.
Yeah, it has such a competitive leaderboard, too.
It does?
Yeah. I actually did look up the speedrun time for just this game, and I want to say it was under an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
They must have hauled butt through that pod race.
Yeah, I mean, they played on the Wii, dude. I mean,
now this is pod racing. Prepare for a lot of Star Wars quotes.
Yeah.
You underestimate my power.
You know, man, you can stop. No, keep it going. It's too funny.
Most underrated character in this game, probably Indiana Jones. Yep.
Yeah, he's so underrated. Like when I first got into the game, I went out of my way to unlock him immediately, so I could just. I mean, I can't play as him because in the main story mode you can't choose who you play as. But I felt like he was needed on my roster to, get through the game.
That's right.
So Indiana Jones helped me through Star Wars.
How did you unlock him?
You have to go outside the cantina, and then there's a door. An extra door you go into, and then then you're outside, and then there's Indiana Jones is just out there like fighting someone, and then you help him fight whoever he's fighting, and then he just joins your party.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But you actually have to go outside the cantina. Yeah.
In my game, I had to watch the trailer for Lego Indiana Jones.
Really?
And then he'd be unlockable in the store.
Oh yeah, in this one, in the original one, you had to fight him.
Oh, okay.
You had to fight. Now you don't have to fight Indiana Jones. You would lose.
Oh yeah.
You had to help him fight.
Laser weapon versus 40's pistol.
Yeah, and then in this one, you just have to watch a trailer.
Not as cool in my opinion, but
whatever gets you the character, man.
Yeah, I guess we can talk about that gameplay then, because the cantina from episode 4 where the band's playing, that never-ending loop.
Right, that's your
jazzy alien music.
Yeah, that's your overworld.
Yeah, that's like your hub.
Yeah, and that's how you get access to each of the movies, 1 through 6. And then once you go into those doors, then you're greeted to more doors, which let you play each section. There's 6 sections in each episode. So you can go into any one you want at any time. You can either play it with the story, which means you have to play as the characters that are meant for that part, or you can do free play.
Oh yeah.
And you can pick any character you've unlocked previously.
Custom characters that I had a lot of fun with.
Oh yeah.
Whether it was trying to make because you get to use parts from anyone that you've unlocked yet. Plus a few more that they added in there, like a bunch of afros for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing with that.
I never used them, but whether it was like making characters that hadn't come out yet, like Ahsoka or Kylo Ren or something, or just making my own like Jedi or something, or Darth Jar Jar,
Darth Jar Jar,
the main villain of the entire series.
Man, playing through this, Jar Jar was still just as annoying.
Yeah.
Because he was the only one who could jump as high. He's the only one who could jump the highest, so you were like forced to use him.
Yeah.
Just to get,
Which I don't remember him jumping that good in the movie.
When he jumped into the lake, so they could swim down to the gun.
They based his entire character
just off that one jump. One jump.
Wow.
Well, because the rest of the movie he's just kind of cowering.
He basically could have been Yoshi if you think about it, with his tongue. Could have rode Jar Jar.
George Lucas was so inspired by Yoshi, he decided to make a tan, disgusting, long version of it, put in his movie.
Ride Jar Jar around, and then when you see the goal pole, jump off him to get onto it.
There you go.
Me so bombad.
But another cool thing with the gameplay is the actual. Since Lego Star Wars was the first in the Lego kind of series.
Continuum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what introduced actually building Legos to continue on with the mission. There'll be sections where there'll just be a bunch of Legos just strewn about, and you have to actually build. You actually have to build it to get past. Whether you're building.
Wow, it's like Minecraft.
Cool, almost. Not really. But I'd say it's more like Fortnite with building.
Don't even compare Fortnite.
I'm not saying I like Fortnite. I'm just saying there's the resemblance. But sometimes you have to build little stations where R2 or 3PO can access to open up doors, little crawl spaces where kid characters can go through to get to other areas that can get you extra studs or to help you continue throughout the level.
Yeah, and in addition to building Legos, you destroyed a lot of stuff, especially if you want to find every little secret unlockable. Like, I think it was gold bricks in this, right? Before they switched to red bricks, or were there both?
I think it was.
'Cause I don't think I ever found one. But
I didn't find any gold bricks. I found the red or bricks or whatever they were.
But the red bricks could be spent to unlock like little cheats,
Right?
like a big blasters or something like that. It was funny. Big head.
Big head, which every game had at the time, was a big head mode.
Or the mini kits. I don't know what getting all the mini kits would do. I think it just increases your percentage of the game that you've completed.
Yeah, I never think I ever actually used it.
With every Lego game, of course, they got the unlockable characters, the secret unlockable items that you can find, and the percentage of the game that you've actually completed. Once you get through like the first 6 episodes, you're at like 50%.
Yeah, and the rest of the time you're unlocking everything else, and that's a greater mission than just getting to the main game. Do you know
free play?
Do you know what percentage you left off on?
I think it was like 46.
I think mine was like 52.
52.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that increases with every character that you buy, with all the unlockables you find.
One day we'll 100% it.
We should have 100%ed it.
We should have, but, you know, we're lazy. We get bored really.
As long as I got Django Fett, that's all that matters.
I thought you were going to say Django Unchained. I don't know why. I think I just watched that movie recently. I was thinking Django.
I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe.
Yeah. Aren't we all?
That's another quote.
Yeah.
So I gave the gameplay an 8.
So did I. Because it was cool. I mean, this was the first Lego game, so we had nothing else to compare it to. So it was original, it was neat, it was easy to learn.
Yeah, you can tell it was meant for kids, but like anyone can play it.
That's
why it's rated E for everyone. If you're 10
plus,
and above.
actually.
So it's a good thing I started playing when I was 10.
Exactly. I think I started playing this when I was like...
I'd be in jail.
Yeah, you would be in jail because they care that much. I think I was like... I think I got this game in like 2007, so I guess I was one of the bad ones. Oh, you're looking.
I wouldn't say that on the internet, dude. I think the FBI might come for you now.
They don't care.
Were you playing M-rated games before you were 18?
Yeah.
Oh my...
Did I play Medal of Honor European Assault when it came out?
FBI, open up! Oh wow! I guess that sounded enough like like an actual
K9 unit. They're outside.
But yeah, with every Lego game that came after this, you could tell they just based it off of this one.
Yeah. I mean,
it's all the same games, really. They add different stuff, but depending on what the game is actually based on. But it's all
right. Like
if you can play this, you can play any Lego game.
Right. Like in this case, Jedi's can use the Force. Yeah. In Harry Potter, you can use spells. In Batman, I don't know what you can do in that, but
you can throw batarangs.
Cool.
Yeah.
Take my money, please.
Oh, and another thing with the gameplay is, in addition to like playing as like the minifigures, you could also have these vehicle missions.
Oh yeah,
which were not only hard on the DS, they were pretty easy on the 360.
Yeah, yeah. Pod racing. I think was that the only one, or was there more?
There's usually one per episode.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, there was the pod racing. There was on Hoth on episode 5.
Yeah, when you go around the giant walking chickens and tie the ropes around their legs. And
I always compared them to the camels.
They do look more like camels. I don't know what that rebel guy was thinking when he's like, giant robot chickens.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess he was... Maybe something like gave him like
Are chickens even in Star Wars?
No.
Good question.
All I see are droids and people. And aliens.
And porgs. Yeah. The gunship cavalry.
Oh, that one was pretty cool. I really liked the I think it was like the first section or the second section of the 4th movie where you have to go onto the big ship of the what are they called, the Jawas?
Oh,
yeah, you have to traverse that. I really liked that mission for some reason.
Even though it wasn't even in the movie.
It wasn't in the movie, but they added their own flavor to it, and I liked that.
That was cool. Yeah. I always wanted to see what the inside was like.
Except for just that little corner. That
beat up little hooded short people. That's right. I'm coming for you, hooded short people.
Ooh.
One was actually, I thought would be hard, but was actually not. It was in the Empire Strikes Back, when you're flying through the meteor shower with the Millennium Falcon, and all you gotta do is hold down the firing button, and it'll shoot all the meteors around you, so... Yeah, that was pretty easy. Yeah, until you get swallowed by that worm, but...
Yeah, that's not that fun. A big Lego worm.
like big Lego space worm. It ain't no Alaskan bullworm.
I knew I was gonna say something with that as well.
It's not big, hairy, and pink.
Yeah. And it ate everything.
Top 10 greatest threats in Star Wars.
It ate
Giant
everything?
space worm.
Oh, yeah.
Would you look at the size of that thing?
The guns. They've stopped. I don't know why that always gets me. I always laugh through that section. So, graphics. The graphical engine of TT games.
So, since it was kind of just the same game from 2005, for 2007, you know what else came out in November 2007?
Call of Duty 4.
Halo 3.
Oh, yeah.
And it looked much, much better than this game.
Well, yeah. That is true. I would concur with that. But for this game, I don't think it looked that bad. I mean, obviously if you're playing the original version compared to the 360 or the PS3 and it's an HD, obviously you can draw some lines, but I don't think it looked bad. I thought it looked pretty good. I mean, the actual Legos when they walked, it didn't look awkward.
I was impressed with the way they got the Legos to work.
Right. You know, it was cool. It was neat.
I don't think it looked bad, but it didn't look great either.
Right, yeah.
That's why I gave it a 6.
I gave it a 7. But I mean, yeah, like I said, it wasn't like terrible, but it was unique. And then obviously, I mean, if we were to do any other Lego game, it would probably be lower since they don't change at all throughout the rest of the series. But this being the first one, yeah, no, it looks pretty impressive. Especially the lightsabers. Like when you actually swing the lightsaber, you see the light behind it, like the trail.
Yeah.
You see the trail follow it. You know, so they did everything, and then the Force, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, if you could manipulate an object with the Force, it would like glow that color of lightsaber.
Right, so green, blue, purple, red. So I mean, it was cool, and it like I said, it wasn't hard to actually do, and it looked good while doing it. On the Wii, it's pretty much just comparable to like the Xbox or PS2 version since it's not in HD. It does still look better, I would say, than them, but its like frame rate is like chopped in half.
When I played it on the DS, it definitely did not look anywhere as good. I mean, it was still a good game, and I liked it a lot, but the graphics on it were not good,
right?
Like at all.
When I played Lego Pirates of the Caribbean on the original DS, and it looks bad. It's a really fun game, but it looks bad. And then I got it for the 3DS version, and it looks great. Like it looks comparable to like the 360 version. I don't know what it was just about the DS, and like you couldn't tell faces. You couldn't tell whose face you were looking at. You should like Jack Sparrow's face was just like 2 dots.
Yeah, I noticed that like a lot of the faces in the DS one were like pixelated, right? Mm-hmm. And since they're Legos already, why did you make them more blocky? Yeah. They looked like they were from the Nintendo 64.
You got Final Fantasy 7 characters with the block arm.
Like, they're already Legos. They're already like 4 blocks, maybe.
Exactly. I tell you what, though. After this game came out and you got all those Lego sets available, dude, that was huge.
Yeah.
I mean, like... I had built like the X-wing. I had a Y-wing. There was the Millennium Falcon that no one could afford.
But I always wanted the Death Star set or Jabba's Palace. But I was never the rich kid.
Oh yeah.
So
I think the most like expensive Lego set I ever had wasn't even Star Wars. I'm pretty sure it was SpongeBob.
I'm pretty sure
mine
was the
entire Krusty Krab.
Ninjago.
Ooh. Remember when that was supposed to be like the next big thing for Lego, and then
it kind of was.
It was for a while, and then it just ran its course.
I'm gonna blow your mind with something that no one remembers: Legends of Chima.
I remember that. I was
Lego Thundercats.
I was subscribed to a Lego club for quite a while.
Oh.
So I got all those magazines, and I saw all those.
Bionicles were pretty lit.
Bionicles. That was a weird one, because it was like, I mean, Lego Bionicles weren't really, too much different than Bionicle, except that it was now made out of Legos instead of...
Wait, Bionicle was a thing before Lego Bionicle?
Yeah.
Really? Was it like a show or something?
No, it was just a toy.
Oh. Cool.
Bionicle crash and burn. It's okay.
Unfortunately.
Just like Bakugan, man. That I wanted that to last for years.
Lego Ben 10. It would have been cool if they were minifigures, but they made them like Bionicle size.
Yeah, I didn't like that much.
And nothing was weirder than mixing up those parts.
Which everyone did, because you build it and it looks
That's
cool.
the whole point of Legos is, customization.
Right. Exactly. I mean, like to be honest, so would you rather have a Lego Star Wars set that looks nice, looks attractive, dare I say sexy, compared to a dirty old bucket full of Legos? I would take the bucket of Legos, because then I can build whatever I want and not be bound and restricted by this Lego set.
So when I was little, my parents got me for Christmas. It was like this big Lego General Grievous, right? Mm-hmm. It had many, many parts. And one time it fell over because he was standing up, right?
Yeah.
And so I never put it back together, and I've just been using the parts since.
That's the worst, man.
You see this droideka here? The white parts on them? Those were part of General Grievous.
Nice, dude. That's innovative. That's pretty cool. That's like the big message of Legos, to innovate.
Yeah, create your own stuff. I'd make my own starships and stuff.
Anyway. Yeah. Kitty was distracting us yet again.
So yeah, the DS game was actually very prone to glitches, especially if you put the action replay in one time, it would destroy your game. Like, I remember putting it in one time, unlocking everything, and then pulling it out, right? And restarting the DS. Mm-hmm. And when I go back into Star Wars, the entire title logo is just this big glitch thing. It's like Masigno or something.
Yeah, I tried using my action replay on Pirates of the Caribbean, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, and it deleted all my saves, even my 100%, and I had to start over. And I have not recovered. I think on that save file, it's still like 86.
So while, these games might be fun, the quality is kind of low on the lower end. I've had a lot of glitchy experiences with these games. Even the newer ones still aren't that stable.
I had more glitches with 360 version than I did playing the Wii version.
Yeah. When I played Lego Marvel on the Xbox One, some of the characters' faces and mouths would glitch out. They'd just be this glitch on their face
terrifying.
That wouldn't go away. And it's like,
that's bad.
It's 2013. This is 6 years after Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. You still haven't fixed your code or whatever? Get together, Traveler's Tales.
If you were still around.
Yeah. For a second, I thought it was Telltale Games.
I know, but who also are now longer around.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
if your game company is TT in any way, shape, or form, you're not going to last long.
Yeah. Change it. Register as a new domain and just get out of there, dude.
Call it
Clear Plastic.
Gasket.
Gasket?
Valve and Gasket.
Ooh. Nice. I like that.
Don't take our ideas.
Yeah, patent pending.
So moving on to the music, I really couldn't judge it because, it's Star Wars music. What do you want?
They got to use, I'm so happy that they got to use all of the amazing John Williams music.
Yeah, and John Williams, amazing composer.
Right. So, all the memorable tracks are there. And it doesn't, at the end of the day, it doesn't feel anything else but just another, Star Wars item.
Even if you're just in a background of a level, right? And you're going through a slow section or whatever, exploring, it'd still have some pretty good music playing. Might be some ambient noise in there. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Yeah, so
they had the Cantina band in the Cantina area, had all the famous fight musics, Imperial March, stuff like that,
right.
Force theme.
So they didn't have to make up their own. They didn't have to. It was all everything we've known and everything we love about the Star Wars music, and it was all there.
It even had my favorite Star Wars track, possibly favorite movie track ever, which was Escape from Cloud City.
I do like that
from the
one.
Level Escape from Cloud City. Because it has little parts from the Cloud City theme, right? Or I guess it's Lando's theme? I don't know. Yeah. It's one of those. But also from Leia and Han's theme, the Force theme, and they added in the Darth Vader theme for the parts of the level where you're Luke
It's so
fighting
good,
Vader.
man. It's so good.
And it's so iconic too. People really like The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, so essentially if you have this game, you don't just have the game, you have the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Only you can't put in your...
They should have put like a jukebox in. So where you could just listen to the music.
Aren't there like jukeboxes though you can like hit and like they change what?
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying like in the hub or something.
Oh yeah, where you can just like
buy a song,
like
or
a Smash
something.
Bros thing where you have like all the music.
Yeah, like that.
That'd be cool. That'd have been cool.
Make it happen, Warner Bros.
On their next, what's their next one? Would it be the?
It'd probably be the Skywalker saga.
Okay, so they have a chance. They're
probably gonna remaster this and then add the next 3 movies.
Right. Which so far there's only the Force Awakens has a Lego game, so that means they're making 2 from the ground up.
Yeah. I don't know why they did that. Because like
they should have
every
waited.
Lego Star Wars game has had more than one movie.
Yeah.
Besides The Force Awakens.
Right. I take a Lego Avengers. It's not just that first Avengers movie. It's the first one. It's Age of Ultron. It's Civil War.
It had Iron Man 3 and Thor and stuff.
So, I mean, you get the collection, and yet this game only was... They should have just waited. They should have just waited.
Yeah, for real.
Because for all we know, it could have been a good game, but that's short. That's going to be really short. And
I saw that they added like characters from other movies as DLC. But what are you going to do with that? Play through The Force Awakens again with General Grievous?
Especially with this, I mean, you got 6 different movies you can do, and you can choose anybody. In that case, you got only 6 sections of one movie, and that just isn't as fun. I mean,
did you ever get to the area where you get to like destroy everything in the area and try to get to 1,000,000 studs?
I got to the area and
it's like this Lego city.
Yeah, no, I didn't do it, but
yeah, it takes a lot of work. There's a lot of puzzles in there. Oh, and that's another thing with the gameplay is like they had the puzzles in there too.
And you had to have specific characters to do so. So
yeah, like shooting targets. Or
so you need a character that uses a blaster, a character that has the Force, a character that can jump high, and a character that can like open doors, like C-3PO, R2.
Yeah, every character had its own perk.
Ability. Yeah, perk. I like that. That was good.
I'm a perkaholic. It was very innovative.
It was. It's a great game. I'm so sad.
So sad it's getting the remaster.
I know.
People are up in debate about whether the Skywalker saga should actually have talking in it, or if it should just be grunts and screams like this game.
It's funnier to have grunts and screams because we know what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
But they're not saying it.
The movies are so iconic, right?
Yeah.
People know what they're saying.
Yeah, you just like, picture of, it's Leia, him, and then just,
and then he glops his, hand off.
Right.
And since they're Lego, you can actually do that. Yeah.
Then he just falls down. It's too funny. Too good. Got a piece of hair on.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
It's so uncivilized.
Oh, did you say how much you gave music? I gave it a 9.
I give it a 10. I really like John Williams.
I do too.
Yeah.
Who also did, I think it was Jurassic Park,
and
Superman, Harry Potter. So he's kind of been around. He did Harry Potter.
Was it?
The original theme.
I thought it was Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman has got nothing on John Williams.
That's true.
Even though he did the Spider-Man theme, which was pretty good.
Yeah. So I mean that's also a pretty big deal.
Which I didn't know there was actually Lego Spider-Man. There was. Apparently for the first movie there was Lego Spider-Man.
Was it as good as Spider-Man 2 and its pizza theme?
I think they had a Lego Spider-Man 2 as well. Not in a game.
They thought of everything.
Not a game, just sets.
Okay. Nice.
Which they're going very pricey.
Yeah, they're so expensive. Like if I ever buy a Lego set, it's gonna be like just a very small one, maybe a character and maybe like a little vehicle. But I'm not like every time I got one, it was always like my parents' like birthday gift, and that would be the big gift, because they're just so expensive.
This game was so successful that not only did it inspire all the other Lego games, it probably brought a lot more properties to Lego for them to make their versions of, right?
Right.
And it inspired Mega Bloks to make their own Mega Bloks Halo game, which got canceled.
Yeah, I've built some of them. like the actual sets they have at Walmart, and Mega Bloks feels really cheap compared to Lego. And this is, I mean, and they're just bricks, mind you.
They are cheaper.
They feel cheap. They are cheap. Cheap beach. Mario Kart.
It's a good level.
Thank you. Got the world record. No. In my dreams.
You know, Mega Bloks does have a one-up on Lego, though.
Good.
If you lost a part back in the day and you still had the instructions, you could ask Mega Bloks to send you another one of those parts, which is how a lot of people got free, characters and stuff. But
right, there's like, oh yeah, I lost it, man. Can I get another one? Oh, sure thing, bud. And then you have like,
but yeah, they do that.
You have 15 Master Chiefs.
15 Arbiters. 2 Master Chiefs.
Nice. See, I would always mix those up because like I would have an elite and I'd have the Master Chief, but I would have the Master Chief wielding like the energy sword, and then the elites would be holding like the battle rifle or the shotgun.
What the heck?
Because it's just so funny to see them use human weapons because their hands are so big. So like you take the shotgun, their hands are like wrapping around.
Did you ever do that game mode in Halo Reach where you could customize a firefight, right?
Yeah.
If you set it to heretics, all the elites have like human weapons, and it's so weird.
That's clever. That is clever.
So yeah, overall, I gave it a 9. I'm a little biased because I grew up, playing this game.
Yeah.
Sorry I interrupted you.
No, that's good. I gave it an A. I also have early history, especially with the Wii. All we have is Wii Sports, and then I got like games like this. I got Mario and Sonic, and this was definitely a highlight of. This is what kept me playing the Wii from those early years.
It does keep you busy for a while, especially if you want to get all the characters.
Right.
Getting up all those studs. Got to find the blue studs, which are like 1,000. Silver's like 100. Aren't the gold ones like 10?
Something like that, yeah.
If you find a purple one, that's like 10,000.
Yeah.
Do you ever find a purple one?
I found one.
One?
I found one, and it was in episode 4, in like the 3rd section. So if you find that,
yeah,
comment down below.
Yeah, or let us know.
Send us an email.
Send me an email on WhatsApp. These games have a good way of helping you learn the names of all these characters too.
Oh yeah,
because the movies are like same like once, right?
Right, and then you're like, who's that one again? And then, but this time, whenever you switch, I'll say, oh, you are now.
Or you're trying to save up for that character in the store. It's like Dengar or
I really want Dengar,
Captain Typho. It's like, all right. I mean, I saw them in the movie, but I didn't know who they were.
That's pretty good.
But now I do.
There you go. It's a history lesson. All in one $60 package, at least back in 2007. Now you can probably pick this up at your local retro game store for a few bucks.
Yeah. Because with all the Lego games, they make so many, like, year after year. Because there's so much that they can do with it.
Right. So, I mean, if you want to be a pro, you can get, 1, you can get 2 on your PS2, your Xbox, or you can just get that sweet, sweet package and get it in HD on the 360 or the PS3.
So, technically, there's 6 Lego Star Wars games. There's the first with the prequels, the second with the original, the Complete Saga, the Clone Wars, the Force Awakens, and we got the Skywalker Saga.
So technically, yes, there will be.
But like mainline, I guess there's only 3.
Yeah, there's only traditionally there's only 3, 4 if you count the Force Awakens.
Yeah, which,
even though it's only the one game.
Can we talk about that? Like, why did the Force Awakens not just be called Star Wars 7: The Force Awakens? Why you gotta be different?
I just don't think they should have done it so quickly. They should have just waited.
For what? Christmas?
No, for the other movies to come out.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, because I mean, not everyone does this, but I know a lot of people, when a new movie is coming out, they'll rewatch the previous ones. Not all of them. So when 9 is about to come out, I'm sure I'll rewatch 7 and 8 and then go there. So
I'm watching all of them.
You're gonna watch all of them?
Yes.
Dude, we should have a viewing party. We should just watch
a viewing party.
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet. We're gonna need to set it up.
We're gonna need a couple days.
We need chips, dip, sody pops.
Sody pop.
I don't want to do that anymore because I said that. Sody pop.
Wow. You want Death Stick?
You don't want to sell me any Death Sticks.
That's another Star Wars reference.
Yeah. If you guys don't get this, then what are you doing? Why'd you click on this video or this link or whatever you're watching it on? So I get full score. I gave it a 41.
39.
Well, it gives us 80. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say that's
and I would say
about
that's
right.
Yeah, that's pretty good for this game in general.
10 years ago, I would have gave it 100.
Oh yeah, 10 years ago,
But,
it's like,
you know,
this is it. I don't need anything else. I don't need to play. and then knowing this, I mean, the next year, I think I saw my stepdad playing COD 4, and then that led to that whole era of my life.
Minecraft is a much better game.
That's That's
don't
true.
even try to argue.
Right, I mean, because with this, I mean, you get to kind of build your own adventure, but within the Star Wars restraints of the movies. In Minecraft, you just do whatever you want.
There are Star Wars mashups in Minecraft.
Isn't there? There's a Star Wars texture pack, isn't there?
Skin packs,
Skin pack. Nice.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. So yeah. One more thing we wanted to talk about before we close this episode out. So me and Seth have come to the decision to stop doing the review episodes for Zap Night. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do Halo 3, which is going to be me and Seth's next episode.
We're going to finish the fight, as they say.
Right. And then that's going to be we decided, because we did Halo 1 as our first one, we figured we might as well finish the Bungie trilogy.
Yeah, sorry, Sonic.
Sorry.
It was very close between that and Sonic Adventure 2.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Are you being a fake hedgehog right now?
Yes, I am. Because that means I don't have to pick up the Dreamcast again. So yeah, we're gonna do Halo 3, and then that'll be a wrap for me and Seth. We'll get more into that though at a later time. As for now, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys follow us Instagram, Facebook. We got doing Final Fantasy 6. Yeah, coming up next is Final Fantasy 6. And that's going to conclude the Super Nintendo era of Final Fantasy, and then we get to move to everyone's favorite PlayStation titles.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for you guys to do 7. I'm really excited for that. I've been waiting since 1 for that. And then like
time.
Everyone else, I thought I was saying something cool there, but then I realized, wait, that's just everybody. And then we're going to be doing Halo 3. And it'll be cool. So, thank you guys all for watching. We will see you later.
Zap off.
Stay woke.
What?